I mean, it was always a good score on that wicket. I would say it wasn't the easiest of wickets to bat on or to play freely. It was really slow and it was a bit of turn as well. So I thought it was a good toss for CSK to win. So I thought they won a good toss. Once you get to 157, you know that someone in your team needs to play really well to get there. And unfortunately for us, we didn't really have one batsman who sort of went deep and sort of batted for a long period of time. For them, they had Brendan who batted for 60 balls and scored 80 runs. So we probably needed somebody to do a similar role for us. Unfortunately, it did not happen. But yeah, I think 160 is always not going to be easy on that with their kind of spinners and the kind of attack they have. It was just to try and utilize our resources to the best of our abilities. Obviously, Watson was the one who sort of handed it over, and he felt that, with him doing such important roles for us, he's sort of opening the bowling for us, he's batting, he also bowls in the death for us. And it was becoming pretty, hectic for him as well to have to bowl at the death. Think of what fields to set for other players, and then come out and bat 10-15 minutes later. So it was a bit getting a bit hectic for him. And as you know, in 2020 things are happening all the time, happening very fast. So we thought we'd, in terms of just utilizing our resources to the best of our ability, we thought we can, allow Watson, and he felt the same, to just allow him to free his mind and just focus on batting, bowling, and fielding, and he has a lot of roles already, and allow Smith, who's I think a terrific captain, the chance to just lead. So yeah, it was just to fine tune and do things a little differently. Yeah, I know it's disappointing for us. I know last year was again a similar situation. We started really well and we had to win, but that's the nature of 2020 cricket. It's just so much about momentum and rhythm, and you can lose one game and play badly in one game, and suddenly you lose a couple of close games, and it looks like you've lost 3 or 4 and somebody else on the other side is winning games. So it's really a thing about momentum, and when you have it, you've got to try and latch onto it as long as you possibly can. And unfortunately for us, in both the years now, we've sort of started really well, but it's sort of stalled through the middle, and we had a couple of rained out games as well, which didn't help the cause, as well. So it's just been one of those tournaments for us where I felt just the rub of the green hasn't necessarily gone our way. We give ourselves one more chance, hopefully with a few results going our way. We still have another chance in the 16th to still squeak in and maybe qualify. And we'll give ourselves the best chance we possibly can. To be fair, I think we've got quality spinners in our side. I think you've got to also be realistic about what are the sometimes budgets that you're working with. You have to be realistic in our team. Indian top quality spinners are very expensive in an auction, as you know. They are extremely expensive. Indian fast bowlers are extremely expensive. So we are realistic about what we have. I think we believe in Tambe, and I thought Ankit Sharma, I think, is a fine spinner. So we try and work with a lot of the younger Indian spinners, or spinners who are, say, not so much in the radar, so to speak, and try and mix and match. And it's just a question of finding the right balance. We'd love, you'd love to have some gun Indian spinner, but they're all what they cost. Yeah, I think he's been brilliant. I think Rahane has been superb. I think all along, I think he's been great for Rajasthan Royals, but I think his whole year this year, if you look at Rahane's performances this year, I think he's probably, if you look at the 4 tours that India played overseas and you look for consistency, he's probably been India's best batsman. I know Virat had a great tour of Australia, but he didn't do that well in England. Rahane, for me, has done well in every single overseas tour that India's been on. So it's really great. It's great to see him playing well. It's nice to see he's come in here in T20, and what I've loved about is the kind of strike rate that he's managed to achieve here. So that's great signs. That comes with confidence and the fact that you're playing well.